What's up, everybody? It's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, one of the original road warlords, and as always, bringing you the knowledge and dropping the science in this industry of what we call trucking, okay? The video is just like how it's entitled. I challenge swift transportation to task, okay? Now, the reason why I'm doing this particular video is because of the consistent phone calls that I've been getting from people that went over there and stuff and pretty much had their lives ruined behind this carrier, Swift Transportation. Now, I've always said, right, contact me if you got anything dealing with the trucking industry. And I appreciate those brothers and sisters for reaching out to me and telling me their stories and stuff like that. And I said that I'm going to be an advocate of truth because now it's time to put everything out there on the line, right? It's time to put it out there on the line and tell about this carrier and what they're doing in the motoring community and stuff. And so not only do I challenge Swift Transportation, but I challenge all those who are affiliated with them and do business with them. Okay, it's time to put it out there now. Swift Transportation out of Phoenix, Arizona. And I hope that you representatives and stuff, man, get this. Because, again, I challenge any of you to produce information and stuff about anything that I'm saying to be untrue. Because I'm not going to be up here speaking slanderously about anyone. Because if you pull up Swift Transportation, right, it's almost synonymous with accidents. It's synonymous with accidents. Every single time. Now, you're trying to tell me that you submit drivers to hair follicle and drug testing. You submit them to numerous amounts of training, numerous numbers of training, over 200 hours of training. Okay, you have top of the line equipment, which include cameras that watch the road and the drivers, right? You have an elite team of safety analysts, and yet you guys are having accidents every single day. I'm not understanding that. Y'all have all these contingency programs and stuff in play to make sure that the truck is operating safely, and you're having accidents every day, killing people, running into places, destroying property everywhere that you go. Everywhere that you go. And you got all this stuff out here that's supposed to be preventative measures of that, and you're having accidents every day. So my question is, if you got all these things and stuff, right, then when are the accidents going to cease? When are they going to cease? When are people are going to stop being afraid of this carrier Swift? When people stuff going to stop being destroyed, including small business owned operators, because you're inside truck stops and other facilities where you're running into people equipment and just putting them out of business. But yet, nobody's reprimanded, right? The company's not reprimanded whatsoever. They just, pay whatever and stuff like that and just keep it moving. You never see a Swift truck that's pulled in a roadside inspection or a scale house. So now we got to start challenging them too. The FMCSA. They're going to have to be challenged too and stuff on that. Because when you see this company being synonymous with accidents, and then you see it on a consistent basis because it's being posted right up here on social media. So again, it's not slander when you see it firsthand and stuff that the company, the truck and the trailer, is out here destroying property, flipping over, destroying highways and stuff like that, and killing people on a consistent basis. And nobody's stepping in and saying that, hey, listen, okay, we need to put some kind of contingency plan in play because what you have isn't working. Because If it was anybody else and stuff, they be shut down. Okay, I just read the article and stuff a few months ago where they went and they shut down this carrier for having one accident that killed people. They shut the carrier down. No longer in business. No longer can they operate under that authority. And yet this business right here and stuff, this business right here again, that's having all these accidents, hurting and killing people and destroying property, are still able to go out here and operate every single day and stuff when they say that they have superior equipment. They have all this tech, they have streamlined technology and stuff, again, to keep you from having these accidents. You're submitted to hair follicle and drug testing. And 200 hours of training. 200 hours of basic training and stuff. Then you have to go in for additional training every quarter, including online courses that has to be completed every quarter. And yet y'all name is synonymous with the major accidents that go on out here in the trucking industry. And they're part of the ATA and stuff, right? Because they just made a major purchase and stuff, right? And merged up with another carrier that has the same problem. So, that's just like being diagnosed with terminal 4. You got stage 4 cancer, so you're terminal. And then you're going to self-diagnose yourself with the Ebola. And saying, okay, which one's going to kill me first? That's what it looks like right there and stuff. Now, again, you got all these things and stuff in play, and yet the accidents continue to happen. Okay, so then everything that you have in play and stuff is not what it's doing what it's supposed to do. So now you got to start holding people feet to the fire. Bottom line, you got to start holding people feet to the fire, because if you have all these contingency programs and stuff to prevent these things from happening, and then they still continue to happen, then now it's time to start implementing some more plans. But when these plans are not being implemented, you got to get called out. You got to. Okay? The FMCSA, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, they not doing anything about it stuff. So I'm saying they got to be in cahoots with them. Bottom line, because if you see all these things and stuff going on, and then now you're not going to launch any kind of investigation to go in there and stuff and see exactly what's going on and start making some changes inside this carrier, then there got to be some payoffs. It's got to be some corruption and stuff that's going on. So now some more investigations need to be going on with that. If there is a team that's assigned to SWIFT, then that team needs to be investigated. Because there is no way in the world you can have all this stuff going on out here and nobody's going in to investigate and put some real safety protocols and stuff in play. The customers are another. Because even though you still do business with said carrier, you have to know that these things are going on. You have to know. And yet you still choose these guys and stuff, man, to move your freight. So in that retrospect there, I have to conclude that Swift has to be offering rates so ridiculously low that it would be insane for you not to take advantage of it. It would be insane for you not to take advantage of it. But yet customers still continue to deal with Swift and say they are reliable and dependable. But how can you be reliable and dependable and yet you out here consisting of most of the major accidents and stuff, man, that happen out here in the industry? How can that be reliable and dependable? Unless what you're saying and stuff is that, hey, I'm just cool with my product and stuff, being scattered all the way across the highway and stuff like that. Done killed a few people and stuff, Tune in for part 2 and stuff where I go in again on challenging swift transportation. Tune in to part 2.